to boldly go where no man has gone before.
As Pride Month begins to end, we need to remember what Pride Month is all about, and that's education. A lot of you guys, a lot of you conservatives might understand the LGBT part, but you do not understand the full gender spectrum. You know what it means to be gay, but do you know what it means to be forced gendered? Do you really understand the plus in 2S LGBTQIA+? Well, I am Wurzelroot, the Gendernaut, and I'll help you explore and understand so you don't seem stupid, crazy, like an insane maniac, so you seem educated, intelligent, coherent, and with the world. Our first exploration into gender will be on the renowned Dr. Amelia Card. Now, Dr. Amelia has a very specific identity. Dr. Amelia is a sapphic aeroflux who has queer platonic attraction, an agender trans girl non-binary and trans female, a raccoon therian, and a wood elf otherkin, forest gendered and Skyrim gendered. Now you're probably wondering what pronouns Dr. Amelia uses. Now that's quite simple. They are fey, fair, she, her, ze, them, it, its, and moss, self. Well, I hope you're ready, Gendernauts, because let's break it down. Let's get educated. Let's start it out! Sapphic. What's it mean, gentlemen? Sapphic. It just means if you think that you're a girl and you are interested in other girls, it doesn't matter if you have a penis, vagina, fucking both. And if they have them too, as long as you both identify as women, you're sapphic. Let's ramp it up now. Aeroflux. What's that mean? You gotta go to the aromantic spectrum. Some people, they want to be romantic. They want to have romantic relationships with people, and some people, well, they just don't, okay? All aeroflux means is that sometimes they want to be romantic and sometimes they don't. I think a lot of guys might be aeroflux. Alright, let's check up on the Dr. Amelia Card chart. Now we see here, gender, woman, attracted to, woman, but only sometimes. Sometimes they're romantically attracted, but most of the time they just want to pound them. Dr. Card says she experiences queer platonic relationships. What the hell does that mean? Well, it's actually pretty easy. All it means is they have friends who they have strong friend connections to, but no romantic connection whatsoever, or maybe a little bit, but they also rail them. So let's update Dr. Amelia's chart. She has fuck buddies, right? She has hookups, booty calls. Let's normal people have that too. Or maybe just a really close best friend that they like to cuddle with sometimes. No homo style, you know? Dr. Amelia Card identifies as an agender trans girl. What's agender mean? It means that they don't have any gender whatsoever. Easy. Well, update her chart. What's her gender? No gender whatsoever. But wait a second. What's this? Actually, this was a trap card all along, because trans girl means that your gender assigned at birth is not the same as the one you have assigned and identified to yourself, which is girl. He was born a man and transitioned into a female. His gender is woman, but you don't understand because he's also agender. That's the trap card, idiot. Dr. Amelia Card is non-binary. That means that they are on a spectrum, so they're not just either male or woman or nothing at all, agender. They are, an estimate, 50% woman and 50% nothing at all, genderless. Alright, keep up, boys, we're moving on. Card goes on to say, my gender also interacts with my detachment from the idea of being a human being. Because you see, Dr. Amelia Card is not just a man born in a woman's body, but also a raccoon therian and wood elf otherkin. So what's a wood elf therian anyway? Well, a therian is a person who believes that they are an animal soul trapped in a human body. These people are prone to biting, scratching, running around on all fours. A wood elf otherkin, what the hell does that mean? Easy. Believe it or not, Dr. Amelia Card has recognized the fact that in a previous life, she was a wood elf. So we gotta update the card again, that's right. No longer is she just 50% woman and 50% no gender whatsoever. Now we recognize and understand the fact that Dr. Amelia Card is actually 50% raccoon and 50% wood elf. I don't know if the 50% raccoon is on the mother's side or the father's side, but someone's got a lot of explaining to do. Here's where we make another connection to the raccoon wood elf Dr. Amelia Card. Not only 50% woman and 50% nothing at all, that's actually not correct at all, because also they are forest gendered, which means that this person sexually identifies as a forest, a literal forest. Well, now the gender is updated, we gotta update the card, because now the actual gender of Dr. Amelia Card that we understand is 33.3 repeating percent forest, a literal forest, 33% woman, and 33% no gender whatsoever. It makes perfect sense, ladies and gentlemen. But just wait right there, because we're not done with gender yet. Because believe it or not, the whole time, Dr. Amelia Card was Skyrim gendered as well. I'm not joking, Skyrim gendered, like the 2011 video game Skyrim. Now this Gendernaut looked as hard as he could for the Skyrim gender, but actually couldn't find anything. So it appears that Dr. Amelia Card is a pioneer of the Skyrim gender. And as I wouldn't want to disrespect the gender identity of Dr. Amelia Card, I am going to update her chart once again. 25% a literal forest, 25% sexually identifies as a woman, 25% sexually identifies as no gender whatsoever, and 25% the literal video game from 2011 Skyrim, or perhaps an Argonian or a Khajiit, or maybe even a dragon. But that's actually not it at all, because Dr. Amelia goes on to explain, I am polyamorous and currently dating 1 + 6-ish people, including my amazing girlfriend, my boyfriend, so she is interested in men as well, and a system more PogChamp than I can handle. Now, what exactly is a system? Well, a system is it's actually just a mental illness. A system is when a person has multiple different identities and personalities in their head called headmates and identifies each as distinct individuals. Now, for us not in the LGBT sphere, for those not Gendernauts such as myself, then you would probably call that multiple personality disorder, or correctly termed dissociative identity disorder. That's kind of just some schizo shit, dude. So if we update the chart, we now know that Dr. Amelia is dating a woman, a boy, and at least one imaginary friend. But don't you worry, because Dr. Amelia is still on the market looking for more girlfriends and boyfriends to join the polyamorous, gender-positive individual society. So if you are in the market looking for a significant other who is 25% a literal forest, 25% the video game Skyrim, 25% no gender whatsoever, 25% woman, and is actually, believe it or not, half raccoon, half wood elf, you're in luck. I hope now that I've explained these genders and gender identities to you, you can understand and educate yourself with me and know that this is not just insanity, make-believe bullshit nonsense. This is researched, this is intelligent, this is science. Honestly, it's common sense. I know that now that you know what these terms mean and understand Dr. Amelia Card's identity, you can respect them. Gendernaut signing out!